Hi guys, welcome back to Texas Family Life. Today I'm going to show you real quick how quick and easy you can your own peaches. This is the best way to prepare for winter, is storing some of these peaches. Owen says hi, he's not feeling too well. You're going to start by making your simple syrup, and that's going to be 5 cups of water and 3 cups of sugar. You can replace the sugar with something like honey or syrup, but I feel like it changes the taste too much. You want to bring that to a simmer or a boil, and you're going to let that boil for just a couple minutes and then turn it off when all the sugar is dissolved. The girls put on their aprons. They really wanted to show everyone what they looked like, how cute these girls are, and I love how willing they are to help me anytime I'm doing a baking project or a cooking project in the kitchen. My friend made all these aprons for them. It was super sweet. And of course, Lana says hi too. So of course, you want to go ahead and sterilize your jars and your lids and your rings. I use very, very, very hot water and a little bit of soap, and I just try to rinse it as well as possible. And then you put it on a clean mat to dry. And try to do this right before you can your fruit or vegetables so it is ready to go. Next, you fill up a big pot of water. You're going to bring it to a boil. While that's going, you want to fill up a thing of ice and fill that with water so you have some very, very cold ice water. This is going to help get the peel off the peaches. Without this, it's going to be pretty close to impossible to remove the peel quickly without losing a bunch of flesh. So set up your area, get your knife ready, and your jars and your peaches. And your cutie. Hi, Edie. All right, so the water's boiling. I'm going to go ahead and start dropping some peaches in. You can do maybe 4 at a time, and you only leave them in for about 30 seconds. You drop them in, and then you wait 30 seconds, and you scoop them back out and put them in that straight into the ice water. It's kind of a blanching technique, and it helps the skin to separate. And you'll find as soon as you do this, the skin just peels off so easily. Look at that, just quick and easy, and it takes no time at all. It feels like a lot of steps in this process, but it's not too hard at all. And then you're going to go ahead and slice your peaches. You can do halves, but I wanted to do a little bit more cutting because I felt like it would take up less space. So I just shove them in the jar as much as I can. And you didn't want to squish them down and ruin them, so just put them in just right. Of course, there's no waste in this household because the girls were more than happy to eat all the skin from the peaches. And if they hadn't, it would be a great compost, but they love that treat. Of course, as a mother to 4 kiddos, it's not always easy to just do things what I want to do when I want to do it. Owen wasn't feeling good, as I said, so he helped me, just hanging out while I peeled peaches. I've become quite the master at doing things while holding babies. And that is my resting face. I am not upset. Little Edie looking for a piece of peach. All right, so once these are filled, you're going to add the simple syrup that has cooled down. You're just going to add it all the way to the rim and leave about 1/2 inch of headspace or a little more. I did have some water leakage from my jars, so if you want to go ahead and do a little bit more. Wipe the rims clean with a clean cloth because you don't want that sugar stain on top of the rim. Place the lids without touching them too much. Always great if you can have a little helper in the kitchen. It's easier to do things all by yourself, but it's such a joy to let the kids help, and then they'll talk about it for days. Remember when I helped you put the peaches in the cans, and it was so fun, Mom? Zadora loves helping me nowadays. She actually asks to do the dishes most days, so it's really funny. Because she doesn't do a great job yet, but she does a good job. Once again, fill them all up with simple syrup. I think you can use water as well, but there will be a color change in your peaches, so they won't be as pretty over time, but they'll still taste the same. You do want to do this with a chopstick or some sort of stick. Release the air bubbles from the jar so there's no air trapped in there. And you just go around and poke it down a little bit and you'll see little air bubbles pop up. And that'll make sure that you have enough liquid in your jars when you go to seal them. It's super simple to do. You just poke it down a little bit and let the water out. Go ahead and put the rings on and just screw them on fingertip tight, I think is the saying they use. You just don't want to screw it on super tight. You want air to be able to get out when you're canning it. Go ahead and get your pot ready to can, bring the water to boiling. I do put a cloth at the bottom of my pot because I don't have a rack. I need to invest in one, but a cloth will do just as well, and surprisingly, it doesn't burn up. At my elevation, I do a water bath for my peaches between 25 and 30 minutes. For you, you need to check your elevation and find out what is the right time because it does vary. And then you remove the cans of peaches and let them sit for 24 hours. I hope you love this video, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your week.